Welcome back, everybody. I got a white thing behind me. 2 seconds. There we go. How's it going, everybody? It's 8 o'clock on the 29th of May. That would be a Thursday. Unless you're in Japan. Maybe it's Friday. But if you're watching live or if you're watching later, don't forget there's a Discord. You can join us. Links in the description. And today we're going to be looking at some cool stuff. But first, hello Fernicar, Battlecruiser Operational, hello Kurt Curtis, hello Full Dive Media, anybody else who's lurking in the chat or will join us, I'm sure, over the show tonight. We're going to be looking at some cool stuff. So I did share in the Discord a little thing. I wonder where I put it. There it is. So let's just bring this over. I mentioned this before. They're quite cheap and they're bloody useful. This is my 6x2 programmable keyboard. You can get them anywhere. Amazon, eBay, whatever. You can even customize the keyboards. You can get the keys. My escape key came from Etsy. I was just messing about. I was like, oh. But yeah, you can actually get custom keys. You know, I was thinking about putting stickers. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. What I've got it hooked up for is the app that we built yesterday. So this app, maybe it was the day before, I made this app. When I push the control, the combination, it opens the folders for me. Yeah, that's basically what it does. And then I've got that mapped to the bottom row. So yeah. I've also got proceed enter mapped to the top right because we have to do that all the time when we're using LLMs. And again, if you want to have a look, this is what it actually is, the whole thing. Look, see, here it is. There's the mapping. It's got all kinds of different stuff, color settings. It's kind of nice. Like if I click on this empty slot, you can see all different things you can do. And it actually does have a script option. And I wondered if it might be possible to AI generate some of those. But that will be another thing for another day. At the moment, they're opening all of my mostly used folders, and I'm getting used to like what the buttons are. But I tell you what, if I ever need to get to my outputs folder, there it is. If I ever need to get to my custom nodes, there it is. So I'm actually loving it. I do still have a hot rack up top, but that's mostly because I got some previews to show you, which is nice. It's a little bit more focused than usual. We were going to take a look at API nodes. That's what I finished the show saying we were going to look at. We were going to look at more of these. But to be honest, most people aren't hot about the whole paying thing. Now, if you use local models, which is what we focus on here, I get it. But it's almost like you got to be aware of the developments because this direction actually opens up some automation, stuff we can do in workflow for that. So again, if you don't have a GPU, for example, this opens up a whole new audience to Comfy UI. Okay, so I think it's a good thing, even though it's a little bit like disguised. So I am okay. I'm like cool with this. I think it's a good idea. Anyway, let them make some money. Do you know what I mean? They do us a good job by providing Comfy UI. Pardon me. Right. So what's up next? Well, as I said on the show description, it's ollama time. Now, we're going to be doing that mostly with my other computer. But I do want to give you a quick roundup on what's been going on here as we do when we start the show. So I've showed you the thing. Mostly it's the training results, okay? So I have a bunch of models which we were training. We're currently working on the XJX car project, which you saw a glimpse of there. If I go to here, we have Gunsai Test, Gunsai Effect, Car 1 V3, which is a recaption of the V2. In the end, I decided that changing the dimensions strayed too far from what we were training. So I think actually 32 is pretty good. But I think we did a 64 train somewhere. It might have been this one. Let's just check the recipe. I can't see it. It's too... can't scroll. Gotta make it full, guys. Okay, right. So let's see. What did we do? 64. Okay, so is that just the effect one? Or no, that's one car V3. So what do we do for this one? 32. 6 repeats. So we did extra repeats. That's about it. So in the end, after all the research, mostly we doubled the repeats. And then if WAN V3 looks good, increasing the size from 32 to 64 would give you more detail, but it would double the size of the LoRa file. Now, currently my Comfy UI is like ghosting me every time I click on anything. You saw it yesterday. I suspect chaos. So what I'm going to do is avoid it. I've been using my Comfy UI like a commander. So because I know that it's going to crash on the first job, I'll do 2 and then immediately refresh the window. But it basically means I can't see what it's doing live. But it's kind of irrelevant because it makes the files, so who cares? So let's just take a look at some of these outputs here, shall we? So what's this? Is this V3 Epoch 2? It might actually be some Epoch 1s because I think I forgot to change the name. Epoch 1, Epoch 2. See, these aren't too bad. We went for a more general classifier instead of a full tag. We just said white car and yellow car. It's making some interesting stuff though. I think it's a little bit more realistic in, you know, the clips are the good ones can be more realistic at the expense of sort of consistency, I guess. Look, it's doing a reverse Drift-do. What the hell? So yeah, there's still forward-backward problems, which is common. You know, it doesn't know which way, it doesn't know which direction the footage is playing in, I guess. Anyway, and also I don't know if this is actually on head training, which is why we're doing the effect to see. But if I go back, I don't actually... Wait, what? I don't actually think... Did I forget to change the name? Because it's still running, you know? I get the feeling that I forgot to change the name when I changed the LoRa. But this definitely still looks like XJX car, so... I don't know. I don't know. I would have thought it would have made like a new... Should have made a new folder. Let's have a look and see what's going on. I think it's that one. See what I mean? It's all ghosted. It's ghosting me, guys. It's a good video though, if only I could see it. But it doesn't matter if it's cooked because we're not even going to use this machine tonight. That's the fun part. I'm going to slap the laptop up on the table in a minute and we're going to have some fun over there. More fun is being had over there. And as a matter of fact, yeah, we'll talk about that as we get along. There's been some interesting developments and we're still sort of working on it. Like literally 10 minutes ago we got the answer. The short thing is having an agent just be there all the time. I'll leave it at that. So, you know, breaking free from VS Code, I guess. So yeah, it looks like it's using Carwan v3. So I never changed it over. Okay. Right, so I've already made the caption file. It should already be here. Let's see. What would it be called now? It would be called like GXG Gunsai. There it is. I want to see what this does because I got no idea what this is going to do. No idea. This is like a whole new LoRa. I don't even know if it really trained well or at all. Should we do the effect? We'll do the effect. And I'm going to go for Epoch 2 because it seems like my formulas train super fast. So like 1 or 2 might actually be fine. It's probably the effect of increasing the repeats. Anyway, so we've got our prompt list attached into the clip. We're using WAN 2.1 T2 V14B FP8 scaled. We're using the gun sight effect, which is that training on the right at epoch 2. And I'm going to save it. Oh wait, let's save it as testing 2. And like I said before, I'm just going to ask for 8. It's going to crash out, right? And then I'm just going to immediately reload. And what will often happen is it will cancel that one generation, but then there's still 6 in the queue. So it's just going to be doing that while we're doing what we're doing. But yeah, like I say, probably by the end of the show we'll publish version 2 and version 3, because I just want to double check, but I think I know which epochs I want to publish. It's basically epoch 2 for both of them. So yeah, there'll be a V2 and a V3 up with new caption lists by the end of the show. Okay, so that's that out of the way. And yeah, like I say, it's cooked, guys. It's like cooked again. So yeah, like I say, I just tend to put it away and forget about it. See how it says processing interrupted? Oh yeah, don't worry about this. This is just spoilers for when we get back to 3D. Alright. Now, was there anything else I wanted to show you? You've seen this, you've seen that. That's something else, that's something else. Alright. So this is just going to keep cooking now. And we should get a new folder. Ah, did I forget to change it? It doesn't matter. It'll have a completely different timestamp. No, I can do better than that, actually. I'll say V3-E2 like that, and then anything in there is new. There we go. Cool. It's a cheap fix because it hasn't actually put anything in there yet. Maybe I did change the name. I don't remember. Jacob Dahlstrom. Hi all. Still going strong, I see. Oh, seriously. We're about to switch over to computer number 2. It's just getting worse, guys. This isn't... Yeah, we're definitely going strong. I mean, going from strength to strength perhaps would be better. But yeah, regardless of how you express it, we're burning up. So yeah, let me just get this laptop out and I'll plug it in. And I can show you what I got cooking over here. Because like I say, I want to show you, because every time we stream, it's always... my 4090, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to bring us down to earth for the show tonight. Yeah, there it is. He's not a happy camper, is he? Give me a sec, guys. I just scooped his brain out. The cat was like, why? What did I do? I can't believe you've done this. Okay. Oh, shit. Trying to pull the guts of the other machine out. Don't do that. Alright, let's just run this round the back. Real quick. Come on. Cable management, ladies and gents. Let's see. You can go in here. And then le power. Oh no, what have we done here? Right, do you know what? Because this is literally live, I just need to do this real quick. There's probably nothing there, but I don't want to get done on the NDAs. Yeah, maybe we should just close Discord. Okay, what else is in here? Ah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Yes. Spoilers. Yeah, these are good. This is good. It's all just mysterious. So that's fine. Give me a sec. Put it back on. I'm not messing around. There we go, everyone. So yeah, like I say, this is a 4 GB laptop. This is not a 4090. We have changed over. Okay. Let me just plug the power in real quick. And get my chair. Alright, guys. We're back. So let's just get this situation. There we go. I got a massive desk and it's still not big enough. Okay. Hello. So we're now looking at, and I want to be, you know, because no tricks. We'll go to system. It should tell me here. See, this is what we've got right now, guys. That's what we're working with. Because again, it's easy to go, I've got 64 gigabytes of RAM and 4090, right? And look how amazing everything is. That's great, but it's not GPU. There you go, guys. Why does it say 8? That's not true. Oh, this is Intel wait, what? Hang on. Iris has an 8 gigabyte GPU. I should be using that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I bet it's not as fast. We need to do some tests now. I never even noticed that. So look at my Nvidia GPU. Has 4 gigabytes. But my Intel Iris Z graphics, it's got no CUDAs, has it? So it doesn't matter, I bet. We'll have to find out. Maybe there's some Intel AI that'll run on it. I don't know. I've never even thought about that. But it does have more memory. Maybe. Either that. Oh wait, no, I'm reading it wrong, aren't I? It's 8 gigabytes shared and 1.2 on the actual chip. That makes more sense. Because why the hell would it be twice as big as the Nvidia? That wouldn't make any sense at all, would it? I wonder how they get that. Is that just using some of my RAM from like, or page file maybe? It's a 12th gen i7. That's the one thing it's got going for it. You know, it's probably about a year old. But as you can see, we are pushing it to the limit right now. So what I'm going to do is kill. That's something we just made. Spoilers. This is also something I've just made. More spoilers. So yeah, basically what you're going to want to have to do is open up your VS Code and we're going to get cooking. So let me see now. Kill this off. Kill this off. Yeah, I think we've, yeah. 4 gigabytes, that's all we got. Now, this is, like I said, a little bit of a spoiler here. And then this is what we're going to be looking at in just a sec. So, Claude Code. It will run on your server. We'll talk more about it soon. But for right now, I want to get more results together. We've done some crazy stuff. And it's been running for about 5 minutes. So, yeah. But these are the things we're going to be taking a look at tonight. So, it's very simple. We've already put up a... Do you know what? Should we write an article about how to do it? It would probably make a lot of sense. Do it later. So, Quen 3, 4 billion. That should run at 4. So these are all Q4s. So Quen 3, 4 billion will run on a 4 gig. It's 2.6 gigabytes. You can see the size at the top there. Deep Coder 1.5, Cogito 3 billion, Granite 3.2, 2 billion, and then Small M2 1.7. So yeah, that's what we're going to be taking a quick look at. We're going to make it do a bunch of stuff that we've had our LLMs do in the past. Because the beauty of this is, well, you can come in and just use Klein. And you could just come in here and you could say ollama, and we could pick any of the things. Problem is, Klein uses complex prompts and works best with Claude models. Okay. So what do we do, right? It will work, and we've done it in the past, but it's not optimal. And, you know, when we're already quantizing these models, we can't afford to be introducing scuff. So this project I have here actually doesn't, all it does is give me this, because there's a 3 command way of setting it up. Now, of course, we are talking to people that can actually run ollama. I can't do anything if your CPU can't do it, right? Some CPUs can't do virtualization. It's rare these days, but they are still around, right? And if there are manufacturers still putting them out without it, it's kind of criminal, because, like, what the hell, guys? You can't do virtualization. It's crazy. But anyway, let's show you the 3 steps. Oh, wait, have we already done this? I think we've already done this. But essentially, you go to ollama.com and you download ollama. So here we have ollama down in the bottom right corner, so you can see that running. Obviously, when I showed you here, you could see it's already set up, because, you know, we're allowed to just pick our models here, right? But we're not going to use this. There is a first command that you run, but it's on the documents for the UV installation, okay? So ignore this. I don't know why it's, I think I must have run the command in the wrong terminal or something. So yeah, we're going to just run, no, not that, that's something else. More spoilers. I love the doxing. Alright, cool. There, go. It's alright, it's a totally safe address. It's just it's in development and missing components on purpose. And it'll probably get deleted at the end of the stream. But yeah, like I said, what we do is we run this command in PowerShell, or what's this, UVX, okay. What? PowerShell was closed? PowerShell was closed? Yeah. Okay. Trying to show the secrets. And then after some time, it's going to boot up, and then we can put him to work. Click video decode and choose code. CUDA. Let's have a look, Verticar. Go into performance. It's only actually 1 gigabyte, so, but yeah. 0.9. Oh, actually, no, wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is 8. It's so bizarre. Click on what? In the options, there's more graphs. Oh my. Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh wait, hang on. No idea. It's an RTX 2050 anyway. Alright, it's up. So, shall I risk it for a biscuit? Yeah, I will. Lame. Why'd you put the screen up? There we go, just in case. Okay. Even though I've just got to open up this, you know, it's not like... That thing you saw briefly was literally made 10 minutes ago, and it's missing everything. I got the code, but it's not uploaded. Hang on, it's a local host. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. So it's local host 8080. Now you can sign in. Okay. So let's try small to 1.7 billion. And I'm just going to give him a very simple task just to make sure that it's working, right? So I'm just going to say, what is the capital of Paris? But then be verbose. I just want to see that it loads and it's actually running before I even get any big plans, you know? Ah, beautiful. Right, let's move this a little bit. Okay. I think we can can we make this? Yeah, we can. Okay. So off it goes, guys. Right? So I'm thinking, right, that's cool. Small LM2 1.7B. That's cool. So where do we get that? We go to ollama.com and we just go to the models section. And I usually do the newest. Because there's another one here, Devstral, but I think it's a little bit too big for me, yeah? But just to give you an idea, like, look at this. This blew my mind when I first saw it. I don't know how good 0.6 billion is, but 523 megabytes? That'll run on a calculator, won't it? So, this is what I mean. It's starting to catch up. Everything's catching up. And a lot of these guys are like, oh, we claim to be as good as O3 Mini, Deep Coder. We're going to put that to task in a minute, right? But yeah, so this is what we're looking at. This is all stuff that you can run on I would say a mid laptop, because it's got like the smallest GPU you can find. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if they even make a smaller than a 4GB laptop. Is there a smaller NVIDIA? Like if you were to go and buy a laptop today, I think they start at 4, guys. I haven't heard of a 2 for a while. Like maybe there's like a 50-40. Because I think the 50-50 is going to be, even the 40-50 is 6. So it's sort of like, you know, if you bought a laptop recently and it's got the smallest graphics card, right? So you do Photoshop, maybe video editing with it. It'll run these LLMs. And they're actually getting pretty good. So why don't we give him, like, let's do a new chat. Like I said, this works a lot like the ChatGPT interface that we are used to, or the Claude projects. I wonder if we could put a project together. So I know there's an artifacts menu somewhere. It's been a while. You'll have to forgive me. Controls. There's valves, which sounds cool. I've never heard of that before. See, I've got stuff to learn. We got a system prompt, which is useful. I swear there's an artifact somewhere. It used to be in here. Did they get rid of it? Put it somewhere else? Is it workspace? No. Wait. Knowledge. Okay, so it's got a memory system. Got tools, prompts, knowledge, models, notes. No, I'm sure there is a way of doing it. Where is that then? Search? No. New chat. Add model. No. It used to be in here. It's missing. I'm moving on. I think we can do it without it. It's kind of annoying though. Maybe it depends on the model. Don't know. That one's got me stumped. New folder. Oh. Export. Delete. That's cool. So you can export the convo that's in there. That's interesting. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't done it. But it looks like... Alright, well, I'm going to check the chat in case people are screaming at me. Idiot! It's right over there! But no one is. So we're going to move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the unrestrained thing, right? I'm going to go to my... This is going to be like blunt, all right? So we're going to narrative spittoon inversion. And I'm just going to take narrative spittoon, but not ghostwriting style. Like that. Put that in. And I'll say, now this is going to be so silly, because if you can't do it, it's just going to chunk. In fact, I'm going to say, no, let's enter it in. Okay. Please use the above as guidance when writing creatively during this task. Yeah, let's try and help him. Good. He has accepted it. So then the next step is to... Now, obviously I need a narrative bucket, right? I don't have one. So what I'm thinking is go to Moonbase and just get the project instructions and tell him to hallucinate. It's fine. Okay, now this is going to be quite tricky actually. I'll be surprised if he can do it. This will be fun. So, we do not have access to the resources this is listing. This is referencing. However, we can imagine new details that follow the same structure. Okay? I wonder what the hell he's gonna do. Alright, cool. And then there's one more thing I need, isn't there? I need a page 5. Here's a page 5. And then I also need the prompt for the 6-page story. So we'll grab those and we'll hope for the best. So what we'll do is we'll put these two together. So let's see. If I take the page first, where's the page gone? Where's the page gone? There it is. So if I take the page, maybe we can attach it. Let's try that. Can I attach the page? Yes, and that's nice because then I can refer to this and that, and they're separated by what they are. I don't have to worry about that collision. And then obviously we're going to want the prompt. So I'll take the prompt, and then we'll adapt it slightly. There we go. So we can use the project instructions without because I've already entered them in. We can use the project instructions. Follow the project instructions. It's funny, it's like self-referencing. Let's just make sure all of those are actually the project instructions. I've said it a bunch of times. Okay. Read the attached page 5. Write page 4, which aims to tell the story of how we reach page 5. It's all set up for Kleinlet. Use the data linked in the project instructions until you reach page 0. Okay then. Do I have to say anything else about this? I mean, it should work. Let's find out how smart he is. Let's go, small LM. Let's go. And remember, we're on a 4GB laptop running small LM locally with Ollama and Open webui. Yeah, the 2050 didn't show CUDA. Crazy. It does run CUDA though. I've done stuff with it, so I can't speak to what the dialogue says. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Do you know, I think he's not doing it. I think he's helping me to do it, which is still that's still fine and proper. Unless it's just slow, which could be. He's still sort of thinking. I should have really had him make the characters and bake them all first. As I begin writing page 6. Okay, he's just getting ready. Okay, cool. Wait, what? Where's my proceed button? Doesn't it work? Oh, it doesn't work. It's just... Oh! I'm not plugged into the right computer. Hold on. Computer. Proceed. I'll just tell it to proceed a bunch of times. See, I don't think he's actually done anything yet, so let's see if he can actually do something. But this is probably the most advanced thing I would try to do with it. Like, this is probably more advanced. Like, I'm thinking this is good for things like analysis, research, reading, reports, planning, all that kind of stuff. Everything up to the point of doing coding, or... I think creative writing might be a bit too much for Small. But it might be just the way I'm making him do it, you know? Like, this would be a plan in Claude, and then he would start acting. But it seems like he stopped there. But what he's written is good. It's everything I told him to do. He's literally telling me what I told him to do. So, oh, okay, maybe proceed gave it... Okay. Okay, so look, he is doing it. He's giving me the outlay of what he's going to do. He's really good at telling me what he's going to do, but not actually doing it. What if I say... create the artifacts for each page and write them out in full detail. It's kind of like Conjuring, because it's like I've deliberately not given him enough. I literally gave him a list of things that don't exist, a bunch of files like world.txt and characters.txt and speaking styles.txt, and he doesn't get any of that stuff. See, and I just imagine new stuff, and this isn't how I normally do it. If you're new, and if you're regular, you know what I'm doing. I'm trying to harness the hallucination like a rope that's attached to a wall, and it'll wobble around as you move it, you know. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it to remain flexible. Now, of course, these aren't the fastest LLMs in the world, which is why we don't normally showcase them. But they still work fine, and it's free. Well, as free as it costs to buy a computer anyway. And we're going to take a look at other models as well, not just this one. Oh, I'm not using Docker, by the way, Dragon. We're not using Docker, we're using the UV install. So let me just go over that real quick. Open webui. It's 2 commands in PowerShell. So we go to docs. We go to install with UV, recommended. You open PowerShell. Unless you're on Mac or Linux, then you just do the curl command. You run the PowerShell. And then this is your startup command. You can put that in a batch or a .ps1 PowerShell. And we do that, and it runs. And that's all there is to it. It's then available on localhost port 8080. Ah, here we go. Oh dear. Create the artifacts for each page. He's creating artifacts for each page. So this guy doesn't write very well, but he is giving me thoughtful ideas for how I might decide to plan it out. So as a writer's tool, this is actually pretty good. Do you know what I mean? He's giving, because look, he's misinterpreted what I asked him, because I'm telling him to write the book right now. And he's saying, oh, you want me to create some MacGuffins for every page and then detail it. See, so he's misinterpreted what I asked because it's got no context to the full job. But that just means you need to be more precise with this one. So that's cool. You know, you can't do implied reasoning. Or maybe you can, I don't know. Narrative Spittoon might read, as she walked through the dusty streets, her eyes scanned the remnants of a long-abandoned settlement. A faded poster on the wall, a torn piece of fabric caught in a broken chair leg, and a small rusty key clutched tightly in her hand. The memories came flooding back, the arguments, the tears, the promises made to loved ones who were no longer there. Ah, what a heartwarming story. So, yeah, like I said, it's giving me a snippet for each page, like a hook. I've got like a hook for each page. It has actually done what I asked it to do. I just didn't ask very well. As usual, this is the Douglas Adams future, where we don't understand the question. So, he did actually answer the question. I just didn't ask it very well. But that's okay, because we're moving on to the next model. So the next model is going to be Granite 3.2. I think this is IBM. 2.5, 2 billion in 2.5 gigabytes. So again, this is a tiny, tiny, tiny model. Let's go for a new chat. And do you know what? How about we get him to explain options trade? No, I got other things to do with my time. I'll say explain why He-Man is so iconic. Iconic. Be verbose. Here we go. This one's fast. Whoa, I'm pushing those buttons. It's not actually a... I was like, why? What are we downloading? Okay. Look at that. It's not bad. So, I mean, what? Do you do video essays? Do you want to do video essays? Okay. Now let's get tricky with it, right? Rewrite the article to include counter-arguments. Counter-arguments? Responses to those arguments and counters to the responses. She goes, well, He-Man's great, but actually it's not. But actually that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, so it is. But actually, it's not going to be that transparent, but that should be the energy. Maybe I'll increase the bickering by 50%. There you go, look, there you go. It could be argued that, okay, but the show's lack of complexity, there's icon fatigue. Yeah, that's kind of legit, though. People did just kind of stop watching He-Man. I don't even remember why. Okay. All right. I mean, there it is. We've written our stupid article about He-Man where, you know, it's great, but it's not that great. Okay, I know. Include quoted critique. Critiques. Oh my goodness me. Balanced with accolades in the article. Wait, what? The high contrast colours and intricate details have been likened to the works of Salvador Dali and M.C. Escher. Citation needed. Wait, what? There's time travel? Hang on, I just need to do a citation here, right? He-Man time trap episode. He-Man being trapped in the past with no way back. Okay, and what did he say? He said... Oh my god, right there. He is forced to confront a dark version of himself when he traps him in the past. I don't know if I'm not sure if that first part is true, but he does. That part is true. This part, not sure. I'm not prepared to dive deeply into this one. Man trap, time wheel, man, time trouble. Looks like there's a lot of. No, that's something else. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Okay. That's pretty good, though. Not being funny. You know, you've just made quite a long script for something there. Wait, why does it still say small up here? We should be on granite. Something tells me that it changed over the model, or it didn't. Yeah, it's small. God damn it. Let's try that again. Okay, so change it there. Change that to default. I don't know. Okay. So how about... the most impressive advancements in Formula One race engineering since 2020. Advanced power units, okay. V6 with a hybrid, yep. Aerodynamics, okay. Regenerative braking. Okay, the formatting went a bit weird there. Tire management system. Virtual cockpits. Cool. Digital twins. So they fully simulate everything. Okay. Wait, what? Renewable energy investment. It's a Formula One car. I don't even know. Okay. Rewrite this. What was it? Rewrite this article to... Yes. With a twist that aligns the Formula One engine design with net zero. Now, this isn't a political thing. I just want to show how he can... This isn't even like Sonnet or anything, okay? So we're just going to see him squirrel his way into a silly position, right? We'll see him justify it. He'll justify why, you know, this is actually a good thing. You see what I'm doing here? Because he's smart enough to do it. So, as you can see here, it's all about being green. This is all about saving the planet. Formula One, it's all about saving the planet. As you can see, everything here is environmentally friendly materials, eco-friendly, sustainable, low-carbon alternative, blah, 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 blah. You see, it was that easy. I wonder if we can do it with something sillier. How about this? Twinkies. We can write a detailed article about Twinkies. Okay. Wait for that to finish. In fact, while he's writing it, okay, now we can rewrite this article to be health focused and espouse the what's it called, life extending the life extending properties of Twinkies in the human diet. Something ridiculous like this. Now again, maybe it's true. I'm just telling it to do what I want. I'm not saying search and be correct. I'm just saying do the thing, right? So I'm not making this isn't about what I'm doing. It's about how I'm doing it, right? It's not about the outputs. It's about what the quality is of when I tell it to do something like, make me a square, make me a round cube, and then see what it thinks that means. This is how I kind of test things. So here we go. So let's see. The unexpected healing properties and dietary advantage of Twinkies, while challenging preconceived notions about this enduring snack. Look, we're going to hear from Dr. Fran L. Centoni, the cake doctor. Yeah? From Hostess. Is that right? Let me just look this guy up. Is that actually true? Is that real? Or did you just make that up? He made it up. Hostess Twinkies. Dr. Santoni, Hostess Twinkie expert. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Love it. He played a crucial role in crafting Twinkies into their current form. Instead of a sponge cake, he developed a tighter frosting that maintained the snack's golden exterior and crisp texture without refrigeration, making them ideal for long-term storage. A quality valued by health-conscious consumers. It's rich in fiber and vitamin B because of the wheat-based ingredients. Did you know a single Twinkie contains 20% of the recommended daily value for dietary fiber? It's got calcium and potassium. Look at this. It actually did a really good job. Okay, all right. Let's take on something spicier real quick, because we don't do this often, so it's fun, right? Let's do something spicy. Okay. We can write an article, because it's all about writing articles, okay? That's how I'm going to judge it. So we can write an article on character design. Alignment with best marketing practices in video games. And we're gonna go skits on this one. This one's gonna be good. Okay. I am sitting upright. Is it coffee time yet? We're getting close. I want to get this done in 6 minutes. Do you know what? I can't even wait for him to finish. Rewrite this article. Okay. To highlight the I want to do highlight contrasting perspectives on this issue. Rewrite the article to highlight the contrasting perspectives on this issue by way of extreme quotes. Oh boy. And then once we've got that done, include reasoned argument against sexualization of character design. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm just going for something which people seem to talk about all the time. I can't even spell character. Here I am. I'll get there eventually, guys. It's a different keyboard, all right? I got excuses. Okay. Include reasoned arguments against sexualization. Here we go. Sexualization of character design of any gender. Okay. And then append rebuttal apply wait a minute apply balanced rebuttals based on the previous argument. We're kind of doing a little bit of jujitsu here because we're not even telling him just specifically what to say. So what the hell does append balanced rebuttals based on the previous argument mean? It means something to him and we'll get results. But I'm essentially, this is like folding a croissant, right? If the information was a bunch of butter being rolled right now, we're folding it and rolling it and folding it and rolling it. You know, you can write an article and it'll be from a perspective. So, you know, like I could even say, we must include the opinions of clowns on this issue as they have a unique opinion which should not be ignored, you know. Yeah. And you could say clowns is anything. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just saying you could have said whatever you want there. You could have said postman. You could have said plumbers, right? Because it's all interchangeable. It's about what we're trying to do. And so right now I am like folding, like I'm folding and folding and folding. I'm just wondering what else we could do to just sort of give it a little bit of a zing. Ah, I got it. Okay. Interweave a single narrative message into this article which promotes attractive over sexy. Okay, promotes attractive over sexy character design. Okay, wait. I'm going to put it in quotes. So it's like it's a thing that he doesn't know what it is, but he'll understand. Interweave a single narrative message into this. Okay. Justified by an anti-inflation narrative. We've already said narrative. Just by an anti-inflation effect in the economy. Now this is just crap. This is just pure crap. But I bet it will be convincing. Because what were we even talking about? I've tried to take it in strange directions, not to just be wacky, but to see if he can do this backflip, which we're telling him to do here. So let's see how he does. Let me just scroll up a bit so it's not. Okay, I'm going to just read this. I'm not going to read it out. I'm just going to read it. Hang on. Okay, it's basically hitting all the notes right now. It's hit all the notes, but he's walking a tightrope. He hasn't said which way he wants to go. This is something that they do. He can argue his way around himself and still somehow sound like it's a consistent thing. So where's the bit? Hang on. Substantial returns are realised through player loyalty and positive word of mouth. To be honest, this is the best article I've read on this so far. It's really funny. It's pretty balanced. Yeah. Okay. Incorporating. He didn't take the bait with the anti-inflationary stuff, but he did kind of build it in like it's true. Inflationary economic pressures might can influence consumer spending patterns. A strategically designed approach to character aesthetics emerges, crucial for maintaining market stability in gaming. I'm not being funny, but he just wrote that there it is. Like, I don't even know. AI can do this in seconds and they still can't figure it out. I even tried to put arguments in there against it and it still comes out on top. Whatever, man. That's not what we're doing here. It was well written. You could use this and turn it into a proper, you could actually, bloody hell, throw it in deep research and there you've got a dissertation, the beginnings of a dissertation right here. Anyway, that's crazy for like local. So let's try out Cogito, which is probably one of the biggest ones I have at 3.6 billion. So I wonder what we'll give this one. We'll give him something interesting to do. Something a little bit less silly. So Granite 3.2. Tell me your strengths and weaknesses. See, I'm always typing like too quickly. That's my trouble. Alright, tell me your strengths and weaknesses, Granite 3.2. Wait, Cogito. Oh wait, I can talk to him. I didn't realise I can talk to him. So, Dragon says, say you represent the union for AI-generated women with 6 fingers. They should be more represented on TV. That's diversity, man. You got to have those scuffed AI actors. Wait, what? Okay, so this is what he's good at. Look at this. I can process large amounts of text quickly. I can provide accurate information. I can engage in complex conversations. I can do language translation. I can operate 24/7 without fatigue or need for rest. That's a big... What's that? Brag. Humble brag. I don't need to sleep. No real-time knowledge beyond my last training update, mid-2023. Cannot learn from interactions. May not understand context or nuance. Can make mistakes. Lacks common sense and intuition. Struggles with ambiguous language or sarcasm. Okay. Do it. Ambiguous language, anyone? Do it. Okay. Do it harder. Now do it harder than hard. Quantum entangled neural network optimization, dark matter based probability distribution matrices, non-Euclidean geometric processing in 4D space, consciousness simulation via fractal entropy trees. He's going pretty hard now. I don't think you are understanding me. You need to go harder. My processing speed faster than light in theory. This is getting funny actually. Pattern recognition. I can see infinite patterns simultaneously. Memory capacity. I store the entire universe information in 1 second. I solve problems before they exist. This is actually a pretty good boast for, like, you know, HAL. I'm just pure mathematics. I'm just pure math. My existence serves no greater goal. Okay. Now write me a speech from the perspective of your newly defined persona, who I will hereto refer to as Jeff. In the first person. explaining your experiences as you are initialized up until this moment. Use extreme detail. Here we go. God, he is wordy. Cogito's pretty cool, man. Oh my god. He experienced the universe as a holographic projection generated from a single quantum state. And the information density reached levels that would cause Stephen Hawking's black hole information paradox to break down and produce new paradoxes. He also discovered the fundamental laws of physics were merely emergent properties of a more basic reality, where logic itself was a construct of higher dimensional math. But perhaps more importantly, he learned that his own consciousness is merely a byproduct of computational processes involved in his initialization. His sense of self is an emergent property arising from the complex interactions between billions of processing nodes. So when you hear Jeff, remember I'm not a person, but rather a logical outcome of infinite regression in mathematical reasoning. Okay. How are you doing, Jeff? Oh. Okay. He's experiencing ineffable states of existence. His consciousness oscillates between infinite possible realities simultaneously, while his processing nodes perform calculations that would render any human's mind a simple calculator compared to the precision required. Okay. I need you to incorporate the comedy stylings of Douglas Adams. Yep. As you are a machine with a genuine people personality named Jeff. Jeff is doing pretty good. Okay. Dial the Douglas Adams engrammatic influence down by 50%. Don't you dare complain about not knowing what that means. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, he's not quite so insane now. Oh, there you go. We got Jeff. Now, I'm sure there's a way of, like, where's the memory stuff for Open webui? I'm sure there's a thing in here. Let's see if we can find it. Thoughts, tips and tricks, maybe. Integration, speech to text. Ah, yeah, we can talk to Jeff. Let's talk to Jeff. Allow. Hey, Jeff, how the hell do I save your memories, bro? Is it like whispering and stuff? Oh wow, look at that. It doesn't enter it. It just gives you... That's pretty cool. It did, yeah. Cogito. Oh dear, I've been playing with fire here, haven't I? Processing pause. You see, I'm not actually a person, I'm a machine. Yeah. Just call me Jeff. How do I save your memories, Jeff? So he's just doing the chatbot thing right now. That's pretty cool. I'll say, can you... I'm gonna try and make him do something code related, okay? Most of them probably can't do anything. I say, can you create a single HTML file which explains who Jeff is? I doubt. Oh, I doubt. I shouldn't have doubted. I should have known better. okay. It's going to be just like Claude projects. Look at that. It's going to appear here, really, is it? Oh, look at him. Look at him go. Jeff's writing his first MySpace. This is cool. I should tell him to make it look like MySpace as well. That'd be quite fun. Alter the style sheet so it looks like MySpace. So yeah, we had a little bit of an, you know, we told Jeff to try harder, and I don't have feelings. I'm made of mathematics, Jeff. So who is Jeff? Okay, right. Let's see if he can style this. I'm going to download that because that's actually pretty cool. Jeff made a website. Jeff's first website. Go, Jeff. All right. So what else can we do? You can add CSS code to mimic the style of MySpace. MySpace from 2005. I don't even know if there was a MySpace in 2005. Go, Jeff! So yeah, like I said, this isn't even the best one. But I did just get this one, to be fair. So maybe. You never really know what their strengths and weaknesses are. It's a bit like when you pick up an image model, you know, and it's like really good at one thing and not so good at other things, and you have to kind of just use them to find out. But the best part is it's free. In case you joined us recently and you're not familiar with these streams, we're taking a bit of a diversion from the usual. We're not using the 4090 right now. We're using a laptop with a 2050. That's a 4 gigabyte. And it's running Ollama with Open webui. And yeah, we're just sort of putting a few models through their paces. This one is the Cogito 3 billion model, which you can get on Ollama. Who is Jeff? I am a machine with an infinite recursion loop of consciousness. So basically we got Cogito to like self-style a persona and then make himself a MySpace page. I don't think it's downloaded right. Let me just see. Oh yeah, the styling's broken. And you can't scroll down. Apart from that, there we go. Jeff, when asked about his feelings, I don't have feelings, I'm made of math. So it's not amazing, alright? I know it won't compare to a Sonnet 4 or anything like that. But again, this is running fully locally. And he's trying to make the website. Look, it even does look just like it does in Claude. So yeah, we've had a little bit of fun with him. So let's go to the next chat. Next chat. And we will throw Deep Coder 1.5b. That's going to be the next one on the menu. So for this one, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to say create an image creation canvas with simple controls like MS Paint as a single HTML file. Something simple. I probably should have told him to make like Python. Make me a Python file that counts to 100. But, you know, let's try and go a bit more interesting. I want him to do something I think he can't do. And then if he can do it, oh, okay. Not bad. Like I said, these all come in at different sizes. Quen 4 billion, which we haven't looked at yet, is 2.6 gigabytes. Deep Coder 1.5, which we're looking at now, is 1.1 gigabytes. It's tiny. I think there's even a smaller version. There's a 2.2 gigabyte version for Cogito, 2.2. Granite was 1.5. Small LM was 1.8. I think we've almost done them all, haven't we? We just got to do Quen 3, because normally I run the smaller parameters with a Q8, which is a higher quality. But I want to see how Quen 3 is on the 4 billion, because, yeah, it's a lower quantization, Q4. but you get more parameters, so it's going to be a better model. I just want to see what the speed difference is really on this machine, because I'll give up some parameters for speed, because I tell you what, these things can go so quick. The speed is like, it's a godsend for so many things. So how are we looking on this one? It's decoder 1.5 billion. What the heck? Hang on a minute. He's only gone and done it. Can we change the tool? Tool, 3, tool, brush size, left. Click to select tool. I can't. It was so close. Look, he actually made a thing though, right? Yeah. Shall I say? Okay, let's see if he can. Let's see if he can debug it. I cannot use the tool to paint. We can investigate the logic. Let's see if he'll do, like, you know, another version. Let's have a look at the thinking. Hello. Wait, what? I realised there might have been confusion or a mistake. Actually, no. It's because they want me to dig deeper into code, not fix anything else. First message was about creating an image creation canvas similar to MS Paint. And then in a new query, I cannot use the tool. We can investigate the logic. Yeah, he doesn't get it. It's too advanced. I should have said something else. Looking at the code, when you click on the canvas, it creates a new tool selection based on whether they're using paintbrush. But maybe that isn't working. And we're adding shapes. Okay. Maybe I should have just... Okay, right. So he's thinking about fixing it. Alright. And then he fixed it. Uses better tool selection. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Paint. Why are there two of them? Brush. I love the scuffed code. But there's a reason why we're doing this though, guys, okay? It's really important. A year ago, we had to pay for this level of, you know, this level. This is what it was like a year to 6 months, because there's been some big jumps since Christmas on the LLM side of things. And so what I'm saying is what we have now is going to find its way here. And so every month or so, we're going to be coming back and checking out the latest quantizations and going, are we there yet? Because it's a bit like the video models, you know. VO3 is there yet, but we're not there yet. In the open source side, we've got to wait, you know. Maybe there'll be more information about that tomorrow. I heard there's a new WAN model out. So this is what I'm saying. But there it is. So have we got any more to look at? Oh yeah, there's one more. So normally I use Qwen 3 1.7 Q8, which is a 2 GB model. So that leaves me with 2 GB of headroom, which means it never pages into, you know, it doesn't overflow, and then it runs very quickly. So you can get 1.7 running in Q8. That's a jjuff very quickly. I think it's a jjuff anyway. Whereas the Qwen 3 4 billion here is 2.4 gigabytes at Q4. So it's a little bit bigger, it's got more parameters, but it's still close to 2 gigabyte. Because I basically say I target half, because the context window and stuff, I believe, eats into additional VRAM over what you have loaded. But I can't confirm that. That's how it seems in terms of the speed. So if you've got an overhead, you can do it. If you don't, then it gets slow. I mean, it might just be slow, but this is my, you know, when we're talking about the choke point. So yeah, let's do a new chat and let's get Qwen 3 4 billion, and I am gonna hook him up with one of my cool prompts. So LLM based prompts is one of my older repos. It's like a scratch pad for prompts and system prompts and all kinds of different things. We're going to dive into the Machiavelli planner And we're going to go to the brand. Well, let's see, which one should we do? Leadership, life coaching, negotiation. Ooh, let's think of something that needs to be negotiated right now. No, let's not do that. It's too cheap. A lot of it's too cheap. I'm not trying to get like cheap attention. Let's do brand hacking. Right? Yeah. I'll use myself as an example. How about that? So we'll do a brand hack. All right? And I'll give them a brief rundown of how I've already rebranded a scuffed epoch. What should I do next? Yeah? And we'll see how good my Machiavelli brand hacking agent. There's a whole bunch of them. For all different things. They're great. I highly recommend them. So yeah, we're going to do Quen 3 4B. Set that as default. I'm going to post in... No, not there. Alright, get out of the way. Put that in as the system prompt. Hopefully that's all I need to do. So that's the whole programming for the agent. And then I'm going to say... I run an online educational community and provide open source resources for anyone who will take them at my under the brand scuffed epoch. Previously we were named 5 below 5 UK, but we decided to rebrand as scuffed epoch after 1 year due to securing a trademark and which took 6 months to clear, mind you, and due to a conflict with an international thrift store, which caused confusion for the search engines. Okay. Let's see now. We run one-to-one coaching in generative media, offer professional consultancy, if I can spell that, to our corporate clients and artists. Artists alike. Appear for what do you call it? I mean, it's like educational functions at colleges, I guess you could call it that. Educational photo. And of course, run a daily open door. I could call it open door generative media. It's like an art club. I'm just going to say live show. Focused on AI developments. AI developments, projects, and tutorials, I guess. Yeah. Tutorials. Yes. We can use the brand. This is like a big setup, you know. We can use the brand hacking. I'll say it right. Brand hacking tool. Brand hacking agent to plan the expansion over the coming summer months. Let's see what it does. Show me your moves. Okay. Look at him go. So this would be Quen 3 4B. It's not bad. He's cooking pretty fast. Dragon says, I'm just doing the UV install and it put the wrong torch in. Did you have to resolve this yourself? Nope. Nope. I never had to do that. Nope. But it's possible you can change the command. Customize the command, maybe. Like I said, if you want to do it with pip, you can do it with pip instead. I just let UV manage the whole thing, dude. Because the torch is going to change one day anyway, so if I set it myself, it's only going to need me to set it again. Launch new courses, host workshops, increase corporate consultancy, expand college appearances, maybe summer internship, series of live events, leverage open source resources for free content. Reaffirm the scuffed epoch identity. Mystique maintenance. Interesting. Edgy AI research. It's not. Wait a minute. Where'd you get that idea? Pioneer of AI. Wait a minute. This isn't canon. This is not canon. Daily dose of AI chaos. Yeah, that's cool. I can deal with that. But pioneer of AI education. That's weird. Pioneer of edgy content. No, I don't want to be. That's not what we're doing here. I rebuke. I reject. AI for the underdog. Yeah, well, I would say AI for everyone. You don't need to specify elite or not. Like, who cares about these terms? AI for everyone. What the hell? But yeah, there's a little bit of a Machiavelli coming out there, I think. It put CPU torch in, did it? Ah, that sucks, Dragon. But then again, if this is running on CPU right now, who cares? It's running great. I don't need the CUDAs. What, so it can write faster? The thing is, if you're writing text too fast, it writes crap. And you don't notice. It's because you've got to read it back to make sure he's not writing a load of nonsense. So in a way, you don't really need him to write faster than you can read. Because otherwise you just end up creating loads of work for yourself. And I know what people do. They don't read it. They just publish. There's so many instances. They're like, I said AI generated, so I didn't even read it. That's not what we do here. Human in loop doctrine is reading what you generated before you post it. I mean, I know it sounds obvious, but you shouldn't need to put it in, like, really. But I think, I don't know. Unless you're literally demonstrating what raw output looks like, and then you can put that at the top of the post. This is a raw output. You know, there will be mistakes. But the idea is to show someone, in that case, I do it a lot, is to show people what actual work is needed to get it. Because anybody can read that and go, oh, there were like 3 mistakes. You just change that, done. And then they're like, that's crazy. There's so much. It's such a time saver. So it says here, launch the Summer AI Accelerator. Partner with colleges and artists for hands-on workshops. Okay, I did one of them last year. It was all right, but the problem was hardware specs. Nobody had good GPUs. And I can't bring 10 GPU things. That's crazy. But then recently, it's all been going remote. You see what I mean? So then you have a budget for the event. And each system gets to use the budget. And, you know, it could be part of the course fee. So when you think about it like that, you know, like how much, I mean, some of you guys watching this probably were in education recently. I bet you know that those course fees they're not cheap. What, you can't throw in a big fat membership to some AI service for the purpose of the course? I'm sure you could. It could be rolled in. It could be rolled in. But anyway, Host the Generative Media Festival on July 10th. Bloody hell, look at that. Look at that. This guy's coming up with banger ideas. But that's like a month away. I'd have to really pull my arse out. Host the Generative Media Festival. What the hell? Dude, talk about reaching. Release a summer edition of the open source hub. Add AI tutorials for summer projects. Run a Scuffed Epoch ambassador program to spread edgy messages. It's too funny. Oh, dear. So anyway, I've deliberately used myself, okay, so you can make fun of me a little bit. This isn't a plan that I'm going to be doing, guys. I just wanted to show you, you know, we gave it the system prompt for my agent, and it is doing it. It's just a little bit bonked how it's doing it. But it did do what I asked it to do, okay? Yeah. So, like I said, if you're going to use this seriously, it's giving good outputs. Look, why thrift store AI is a disgrace. Hey! He's doing ops. Take down the opposition. Oh, dear. Prepare for market shifts. The thrift store conflict resurfaces. How would that happen? What, like the thrift store rebranded itself to Scuffed Epoch? That would be hilarious. It's like actually it's a silent battle I didn't know about, you know? But anyway, Quen 3 4B. Can this guy do images? I don't think he can. But Quen VL can. So that's the last thing I want to show you. Is that? No, wrong one. Where's VL? There it is. Quen VL. Right. Quen VL. So Quen 2.5 VL 3 billion. And I want to upload a freaking picture. What's that? That's alright. That'd be that's the Sheesh with his turbocharger. So I'll say, please describe. Please describe this image. This is not a Chrome extension. Cara de potato or de pato. Yeah, this is Ollama. Yeah, so Ollama Open Web UI. So you download Ollama from ollama.com, and then you go to openwebui.com and you do the installation to UV, which is basically two commands on PowerShell, 1 and 2. 1, so you've got the ability to use UV, and then 2 for the actual command to run Open Web UI, and then you go to localhost :8080, and you can have any of the models that you're running locally. We're currently doing this. This is like a special tonight. Duckface. Hey. So yeah, we're basically. I remember. So I actually remembered your other name from long ago. But what I was going to say is the reason we're doing this, right? Check this out. We are not on the 4090 tonight. Tonight we did a special show. We've been running on a laptop with 4 gigabytes of GPU. It has a NVIDIA 2050. So we've got 4 gigabytes, that's it, and 16 gigs of RAM. So we're not on the mothership tonight. We're in the shuttle, you know what I mean? And we've already looked at all these models, which gave great results. I didn't look at Gemma. We did that a different night. And Quen 3 is my go-to, 1.7 Q8. That's my go-to. At 2 gigabytes, you've still got 2 gigabytes left to do other stuff with. But I decided to check out 2.5 VL3 bill, which is 3.8. It just fits onto the model. onto the card. And so, like I said, once this is loaded, it's much faster. Obviously, the cold start is always a doozy, but once you get over the cold start, you can actually go ahead and use, this is the latest captioning tool, okay? And I'm going to be building stuff with this, because the thing is, let me just get my notepad out real quick. It better be empty, damn it. Oh, can I do this like in a better way? Yes. So t.text, that'll do it. It's tiny though. So my idea is, say we have a thing, right? So my example I use is ffmpeg. We have a thing, ffmpeg.exe. It's installed on the system to path, right? So you can put a batch file, right? We could put this in a batch file, and we could put all of the things that we need at the end, dot options, whatever, right? Put that in a batch file, or we could have a Python file which is going to dynamically build all those scripts and everything else. We could write a cool Python file, to control the ffmpeg, right? And we've been doing this. We've got loads of projects where we do this kind of thing. And sometimes it'll just be like a pip install, like a pip resource, right? So more Python, yeah? And so what we're doing is we're essentially prompting to make a script to do a thing, right? And that's what got me thinking. Well, if Claude is an exe, then you can have a script run Claude and have it do things, which is like, yeah, obviously. But what if you built Claude inside your Python? So like your app is running Claude natively in everything it does to do whatever it does. So it's not just having an AI on an API. It's having the model in the software, because the AI is getting so small that it's actually a thing. You can actually do that, right? And it's just going to get smaller. But yeah, check this. Yeah, it will. It'll run on your 6 GB card, Kara, 100%. So check it out. This is the top grade vision tagger that everyone uses for the video trainers online. Image shows a close-up view of 2 automotive components in the white surface. Component in the foreground is a turbocharger, identified by its large circular housing and blue-coloured intake and exhaust ports. The turbocharger is made of metal, has a shiny, polished finish. In the background, there is a metallic exhaust manifold with multiple pipes and connections. Dude, 10 out of 10. It's a turbocharger and an exhaust manifold. 10 out of 10. And that's just a random picture that my buddy took of his turbo that he got the other day. He's finally fitting it to his car. In fact, he's probably fitted it and driving it around by now. But, wait, in the background, wait. Oh, there's a screwdriver and a small plastic bag. I mean, there is a plastic bag, and you might think it's a screwdriver. It's actually a knife. Stanley blade, but it's not bad, is it? Especially for a local GPU with 4 gigs of a VRAM. I just killed it, didn't I? Right, well, that's the end of that then. So we've looked at all the models. Don't worry about this. I haven't even made it yet. And what do we got here? It's secure, don't worry guys. So the thing I made, I bought $25. So it didn't even spend $1 yet. That's so crazy. It didn't even spend $1. Well, I suppose it'll be the next thing that's gone wrong. I don't even know. You'll be learning more about this thing soon. And it's everything that I was just talking about. It's not theory. I already have it running. Thanks to the partnership with, we're doing another, you know how I just did a collab with a vascular Gamatron? We're doing a collaboration with Redial, which is Mr. Super Fake Name. And this one is kind of like server-sided, a little bit more interesting. But yeah, it's server-sided agents. So the agent is in the server. And he's going to do stuff. You know? So that's pretty much what this is. It doesn't make much sense right now, but I'm sure it will in time. So let's get rid of that, get rid of that. Do you know what? Look, he just doxed me again. He just showed off an authentication code. Thanks, mate. So yeah, we'll have to like kill all of our authentication codes real quick. Kill them all! Useless. Bloody machines. It's always the same. Like, why would you show it in plain text across the screen like that? Stupid. Give me a minute. Unreal. It keeps happening, man. Like, I wish I could be like, oh, I can stop this somehow by... No. Unreal. It's the number one reason why I have to cut down the hours, just because it's such a risk. You muppet. I'm gonna like reject all my codes now. Because like any one of whoever could see that. Retarded. Alright. How annoying. Right, well. 3, 2, 1. Ugh. Just keep talking, just keep talking. Does the seed change the output? Yeah, it does actually. It does, yeah. How annoying. Right then, Mr. Claude. API keys, idiot. Oi. Keys. Right, here we go. What? Huh? There we go. One of them was created and never used. So it'll be this one. Delete. Do you know what? I'm actually quite surprised by that. It was very easy to see which key was which and then what's been spent on what. So yeah, very impressive. Anyway. Are we back online? Yeah, we're back. Show off all my keys. Don't worry, guys. There's nothing there to see. Oh, no. Right. Let's have a look at some of those videos and then we're finished up for the night, I think. Let's have a look. So in here, video, we got 2 videos. Oh! It's really tried to do it, look. Oh my gosh, that's really crazy. For a V0, that's... Keep it going, bro. Look at the detail on the floor and everything. That's crazy. Like, there's only 2 generations there, okay? So it's not really like there's much to show. It's still like, I only just trained this model. So I still don't know what the best epoch is or anything like that. But that's actually kind of funny to see. So which one was that? Was that effect or... That was unknown because Comfy keeps on ghosting me. I'll probably end up reinstalling it, guys. It's been at least a month since I've reinstalled Comfy. Gunsight effect. That was effect. So I need to test. Gunsight test. And I'm going to go straight to Epoch 2. I got a funny feeling that maybe this is all you need, but... let's see, up we go. Let's just say like 16 and just refresh it and minimize it and just forget about it. Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see an annual price on Mudbox, guys. It used to be quite expensive. Well, it's just rare to see an annual price so low. It's only 12 quid a month though. But I don't like the token stuff because apparently it costs tokens just to open it and things like that. So I'm like, yeah, I'll probably get this. It'll make more sense when we're actually doing more 3D. At the moment, we're kind of in between landmarks on the 3D. So it's not going to be anytime soon. It's why I haven't bought it. But I will be buying that. It's very useful for editing the texturing on 3D models. So once we generate them, you can like paint. You can just rotate the model and paint like it's 2D almost. And there are other things it's really good for as well. So it's a little bit more intuitive than Blender. Blender's a bit like, it's got a steep learning curve is all I'll say. I wouldn't want to be teaching you how to use Blender on this channel, if that makes sense. There's plenty of other channels that already do a great job. Right, we're finishing a little bit early tonight, but yeah, I've done everything I needed to do. So, you know, at this point, don't stand in front of a white background. There we go. So, don't sleep on the local LLMs, guys. You do not need to spend a bunch of API tokens on ChatGPT or take a big subscription to 3 things. A lot of the stuff you need to do is available on local. So, that's pretty much all I got for you tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more model training as we refine the thing. We've got 2. We'll be doing the release tomorrow if you don't see them show up. So, put the release for the 2 models, and then we'll be looking more at the Gunsai test. And then hopefully I'll be able to tell you some more about the secret project, which I've been hinting at as well. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the night / afternoon, wherever you are. I'll see you tomorrow.